there. And then guess what happened? Johnny and Tommy saw it.
Trigger warning. This is Relatable Reese discussing Tommy. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
There. And then guess what happened? Johnny and Tommy saw it.
I didn't know kind of how to do this really. I wanted to talk about it because I watched Relatable Reese's stream.
And Johnny called me yesterday and said, well, let's see.
Hey, listen, my brother just drove out of here like the law was chasing him. Is there something I need to know about? You're not going to like blow him up and destroy him online or something, are you? If you are, will you please do me a favor and let me know about it?
So then Johnny calls me and he says, what is it that you have that you're going to try to share or out us on? Do you have anything on me?
What they've got is control of you. That's what they've got.
So thanks to that video they did, I was doxxed.
I mean, do you not see that this could be something Scientology are doing to you here? Could this not be OSA? Could this not be the fact that we now know that this man is an absolute serious con man? Do you not think that Scientology are going to go, give this guy 50 grand? Do you not think that, Reese?
Seems to be a common thing for me. But it puts my life at risk. I have to tell these women, but it puts me at risk.
Were you not warned about him? Yes. You were warned about him. He's taught you how to con 20,000 people out of $60,000.
What do I do? This is going to put me and Huxley at risk. But these people need to know what they're in for. Well,
He taught you to grift as well.
It really pushed things and put me in the hot seat. So I'm playing the video now, and here we go. I have this phone in my pocket. There's water dripping in the background. There's a lot going on, just so you know.
No, you leave your phone open when you're on YouTube. I don't know your codes. I don't want to know your codes. I could easily.
Would you have done this as well? Would you have recorded him secretly? I don't know. Would you have taken this immediately to the police when you found out this information that he's about to reveal? Would you have gone to the police first? Would you have gone and just immediately taken it to the police? I don't know.
You know your codes.
Fuck, you don't. What does it fucking matter?
So you do this because you're conning people, just so I'm clear.
What difference does it make why I'm doing this?
So he's telling her openly that he is conning people. Has he educated Reese in how to con people?
I do have to stop it for a minute and say there's a lot. This sounds edited because he says this woman's name probably 50 times, and I have had the name removed. I've had her location removed. He talks about that, and he talks about a drug here in a minute that she takes, a pill. And I don't want that even in there. This is her history. It's her life. And as much as I don't like this woman, she's a victim in all of this. Okay. So I'm not going, you're going to hear a lot of silence in between gaps because he says her name repeatedly. And I'm not going to dox this person. because it's very serious to do that. Okay. So I want you guys to, before you hear this, you're going to hear a lot of blank spaces. It's because I'm not going to reveal anything about her. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is so you can hear what he has to say about his audience and how he truly feels about women. It's very telling what he says about these women. Okay.
I was doing it because I was fucking conning her, and she is mentally unstable, like very few people I do. In the time that I've known her, she's been hospitalized 5 times. Twice because she fell after eating a handful of fucking, and the other 2 were because she ate so much of it that they had to fucking give her chemicals to bring her back out. She's gonna overdose and die, and I'd like it not to be on me if I could fucking avoid that.
Well, I can safely say I think we all would like you to avoid that.
And that's been going on for a couple of years?
No, in the beginning, she was actually fairly fucking stable. And then she had an episode with this dude, and I don't know what happened. Honestly, she's not ready to fucking come clean. Something happened with her, and I don't know if it's physical, emotional, but there was a breaking point.
Of course he doesn't know. He's a cocaine snorting non-counsellor. He's a total and utter con man.
With this woman, where she called me and said, I'm thinking of taking an option. I said, go ahead. It's why you have them, so that when you're stressed out, you take them. It's a prescription. You don't take them every day. I see no reason with you not taking 2 milligrams of oxygen. She ended up taking 14 milligrams of oxygen, right? Which stopped her ticker. And I said,
so he's telling her she had a heart attack because the amount of something that she took. This man is not qualified on anything.
I can't work with you anymore. I can't work with people who try to take their lives, right? Because I'm not good enough for this, right? I'm a fucking weekend hack that talks.
No, you're an out and out thief.
To people about getting sober. I'm not a fucking doctor. She assured me it wasn't trying to take her life. She didn't realize how many she had took. The second time it happened, she took 6 milligrams, fell down and took 4 stitches in her head, right? The woman's a fucking unstable piece of shit. She also happens to be really rich.
You know, I
got somebody 2 years ago for $30K, and maybe you'll hear about it someday. It's a chick, but I didn't fucking tell her I loved her. I didn't do any of that. I fucking conned her.
Just like he conned you, Reese.
Okay. You do realize that she is conning you back by being manipulative about the, because she talks about it a lot. She does like that weird ex-girlfriend thing, like, oh, I'm just going to slit my wrist if you don't call me back. Like, she does that. I assume you're aware of that, right? Because she talks about it a lot. I'm just telling you that because she's manipulating the shit out of you.
No shit. Yeah, my brother's willing to take that heat for the...
Right, so we got Reese conning Tommy, who's conning a woman out of her money, and she's conning Tommy for what? What is she conning Tommy for? I'm confused now.
Amount of money that this woman will put up, because honestly, he could use that kind of money, and he's a scumbag who will happily milk her. And I'm not fucking comfortable doing it. I could hit her for 10 grand a month. I'm not comfortable being the dude I used to be. And I couldn't figure out a way out of this fucking thing.
That bit made me chuckle. I couldn't figure out how to get out of this thing. What you do is you delete your channel. And you stop being a con man, and you stop trying to rip money off women who you think might have a lot of money, which I think you might have thought that about Reese.
And I honestly sat down and figured it out on paper. I even wrote down literally the bridge. The bridge.
Do you think if you just stop talking to her, she'd herself? Is she that tied to you?
No, she won't herself. But she'll go on a bender. And in that bender, she's going to get hurt. And she talks to 40 people on the lifeboat. And then I'm going to get the Tommy blew her off. She did so much drugs she needed fucking, I can't.
Do you consider her a true friend?
Oh my Christ, no. The woman knows nothing about me. Nothing. Nothing that hasn't been on a video. I've never had a conversation with her where I share something from my life, with the exception of losing my fucking mind and being honest with her on fucking the day that
She was upset that we got engaged, Tommy.
I would imagine she was.
Is that because you think she's in love with you?
No.
You don't believe that?
That she's in love with me?
Yeah.
Not in the sense of the word that you think. She doesn't have any desire for me to move to and move in. That's not even in the back of that crazy woman's mind. She'd like somebody other than a therapist.
Gotta love those crazy women, haven't you, Tommy and Aaron?
Who's cool as shit. And as far as she's concerned, I'm cool as shit. She's never made an even slightly overt sexual, never made any
I
reference.
know. I mean, I don't know because you've talked to her for 2 years. But I do want to make that clear. It's not that. But she is, like you just said, it's like a platonic thing or something, but she is in love with you, no question. And it is slightly not platonic because she is upset that you're with me.
She's upset because I'm with you, because like a dumb fucker, and I know better than this. But I fucking went off on how much I hurt. For an hour and a half, I talked about how what you did hurt me. So when I came back and started getting back together, it would be like Johnny saying to me, I'm going to get back together with my ex-wife.
Utter horseshit.
And I would go, you're going to do fucking what? I mean, are you fucking kidding me? That's what happened.
So you put yourself in the position of doing that.
Yeah, I fucking talked to her for 2 fucking hours the day that I left here. And you know what? It could have been anybody else, and I'm probably lucky. I couldn't get a relative of mine on the phone. Thank God.
Well, they know now.
They have no idea.
Anyone else thinking that maybe Tommy's family might know by now?
People don't forgive.
I'm just telling you, she's very emotionally manipulative.
No shit.
Unfortunately, you all are emotionally manipulative, which is a real tragedy because this is where things can really go tits up for you, Reese, because, you know, people have told you.
I've been telling you that.
Did I ever argue that point with you?
I don't know, because it's such a touchy subject, honestly.
I have never argued that point. I know I'm being fucking manipulated. Call Johnny. You guys are tight. Text him and ask him what I've said about her.
Yeah, give Johnny a ring, because he won't know anything, will he?
No prep, right? I haven't talked to Johnny. Ring him up.
The only thing Johnny said to me about it was in Tucson. And he said, do not let this lead to be a problem. You must have said something to him.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I know why he said it. Remember the three of us were sitting on the couch and I brought it up? I know what she looks like. I'm not worried about you cheating. I know you're not a cheater. The thing that bothers me is the thing that you've always said bothers you. Talking to someone. What do you always say to me? I want to be that person for you.
Find what I said in this phone where I talked to this woman.
Gosh, can you hear his frustration snarl at Reese there? I just wanted to just say, what we've got here is a con artist conning a con artist who is thinking he's conning her and she's conning him, and it's like this weird echo loop that they're both conning each other.
In a relationship. Go ahead, I'll open it up for you.
No.
Seriously, I'll give you the whole fucking thing. Here's the find where I opened up. Show me where I'm having a relationship with her. I'm a fucking counselor to a fucking psycho. Read that and show me someplace where I'm opening.
A counselor to a fucking psycho. Check those words out in a sentence and put it together. Oh man, he's a piece of work, isn't he?
Up and talking about the things going on in my life, right? Find in there, and you'll find it. You go back far enough, you'll find 3 places where I talk to her about what's going on in my life, and at the end of every one of them, you know what happens? Without me asking for it, she sends $5K. If I'm saying anything to her, it's because I'm fucking working her. And it's the way scumbags do. You want to know how a guy works you? I'll tell you, just in case, right? You say something.
Yeah, this gets interesting now because he starts talking about the con. So if he has confessed the fact that he's conned this lady out of the money, does that mean that it then becomes illegal? I don't really know how it works. If anyone could answer that, because I don't know, because he's told her. But the thing is, like, she's recorded him without him knowing and then put it on YouTube as well. So it's like this weird thing of like, is what's happened there, is that then become illegal? Or because she did it, recorded him without his knowledge, that then can't be admissible in court? This is the question. Because I mean, I don't know. It could be different over in the States to the UK.
Like, how you doing? Not bad. Something's up with the car. I mean, it's nothing big. It just makes this weird fucking noise, like a thump, 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 thump in the front. I have no idea what it is. Because what I'm doing is, I'm setting her up for Friday on Monday, right? Because on Friday, she's gonna text me and I'll wait for her to text. And I say I'm in a fucking parking lot with my fucking car dead and she'll put $5 fucking grand on the wire and I won't ask for it. So if the feds ever come or anybody ever comes, the bitch I took for $30K didn't ask for.
He did say he blocked her as well earlier on in the stream, didn't he?
Never. I just
Who is that?
conned them. You don't know her name. She's from another country. And we had nothing of a relationship. She sent money because she believed in what the
Did she text you like you?
This is fucking so bad.
Side note, I've been playing with AI for about 2.5 years. And that's his real voice. That's not an AI being created there. So if Tommy comes out with, oh, this is an AI voice, it's not. That's his real voice.
She's a rapid cycle bipolar fucking lunatic. She's a rapid cycle bipolar fucking lunatic.
What the fuck? What the fuck? She's a rabid psycho lunatic. I mean, if that's it, that's just, and that's, oh my God.
So we had very normal conversations that were very much like people in my life were asking for help until she would go manic. And then I would have 7,000 texts in 24 hours and they were fucking...
Where is she now?
I would assume in our...
You don't talk to her?
I blocked her. And I said to her, I don't want to do this. You've been so helpful for the boat. She just... And it wasn't about me.
Was she in love with you?
Oh, yeah. But absolutely more overtly than like...
So she loved him, allegedly. He blocked her. That's what he says. And what he's done is he has given this woman the impression that something may happen in the future, something might happen, is my theory on it. Where he's led her on and led her on and led her on. What happens when you lead somebody on? What do you have to do to lead somebody on? What are the things you have to say to lead somebody on? Because he's got to do that to con her out the money, isn't he? He's got to lead her on. Are you okay with that, Reese? Were you okay with that, Reese? Were you okay with that?
An overt act. This woman was in love with me. This is why I blocked her. But I gave her so many chances and documented it. But
he's now playing the victim. Can you hear? Oh, poor old Tommy. He's playing the victim.
You know what it is? I think me even just knowing everything you just said, I mean, you're going to make your decision on what you're doing, but I have to tell you, I appreciate your honesty. That's all I wanted from you when we were driving back from Vegas.
It almost sounds like she's auditing him.
If you would have just said to me, I'm working her, like, I really thought you guys were best friends. That's what was hurting me.
Have you ever heard her voice?
I feel like I heard it once in Kansas City when you guys were on the phone, but I can't remember.
You know that you come here often. I'm not being funny. The point, I couldn't fuck with Ash, but I couldn't be a fucking friend that could talk to her on the phone either. It's like fucking nails rubbing up and down.
But I didn't know that. I thought you guys were truly friends.
I did tell you, whether you believe it or not, that this woman is not my friend. I've never once said Lisa is my friend. A woman on the lifeboat that I work, and I said this to you. I said, I don't fucking correspond. I can tell you every problem in this woman's life. She could tell you about the fight we had here, because I talked to her about it, and I shouldn't have. But even before that, and even before you, the woman never hit on me. Ever.
Why did you make it seem like I'm such a bitch over in Tucson, though? That was a month ago.
You have no idea.
Let me ask you, does it help the con? Like, does it help conning her if you continue to feed into it and be like, this fucking woman?
This is how you go from...
Off the top.
I took 11 off the top. And then I found another one. And the other one had male and female, and not one female's mother would sign the fucking document to allow the girl to do it. So I got to do it for about $1,950 out of 15 grand. So, but we did put 46 people on medical assisted treatment, and I can feel great about that. That legitimately happened, but I stole a fucktard of that money in the process.
How old was she? Was she married?
She divorced 2 or 3 years ago. She's 10 times crazier than...
Is she pretty?
Oh my God. They're looking. You really need to see.
Yeah, the name was
probably look her up if it made you feel better. She has alopecia, and I'm not making fun because this is the fucking worst thing in the world, right? But and her story is so much worse than another reason that I just couldn't fucking continue to do her fucking story. She's rich, but she's genuinely fucked up. She bought all of this gold because she thought the end of the world was coming and she wanted to be prepared for it. And gold was $300 an ounce. Do you have any idea how long ago that was? This bitch has been waiting for the end of the world since 1989. Her whole house is prepped. She has nothing but food supplies from floor to ceiling. You can't even walk through the fucking place.
Have you seen her house?
No, but I've seen pictures of it. She's got enough fucking food to feed her village if the fucking electromagnetic pulse takes out.
So she's
I'm
nuts.
not kidding you. The village.
And you don't talk to her anymore?
God, no.
Since we've been together, you haven't talked to her?
I haven't talked to her since a year before we were together, 7 months before we were together. She scares the shit out of me. Doesn't. At some point, she's going to call the authorities. Yeah, it's a guarantee.
Calling the authorities. Well, we know how that one goes, don't we, folks? When it comes to abuse, whether it be physical or financial. And we also know when it comes to the internet, how lax the police are regarding such matters. Now, as we know, he's conned this lady out of a lot of money, and he has conned Reese in thinking that he loves her. He fooled her with that, just like he did with Vanessa. Did the same thing to Vanessa, didn't he? So yeah, this is going to be interesting. But you know, is he going to lose subscribers? Are people going to give a shit? Who knows?
The 30 grand, she's going to start getting in her head how much help it could have done, and she's going to call the authorities. And she's in another country, they will come and talk to me. Interpol is a whole lot different, but they can't do a fucking thing to me. She gave it to me. And here's the other beautiful thing. I have receipts for every kid we put on it. Now, you're not going to see the money, but you can see the name of every kid. And if I say to the people, I did this through QuickMD will not give up the fucking records. And QuickMD charges $385.
Why would she come around by that, like now? It's been years.
I don't think she misses a show.
She still watches?
I would assume so. Yeah, and I could be wrong. Maybe it's my ego that says that. But when everybody freaked out like a month ago and I got that stupid fucking request of I should do a show, She's like, all the people that are pissed that you could come on and talk to you. And I'm like, fuck all the people that are pissed at me. When she started rattling off the names, she put, wait a minute. Who was I talking to? What's the
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. No.
No. The one who came to me and said to do that.
The one that was a mod of mine who was in.
Oh, look.
Her. When she requested that I do a fucking show telling all of these fucking people, or letting everybody come on and tell me what a piece of shit I am. And she's like rattling off names like the bitch that just left that hates you so much. Her name's on there. And then she gets, the fuck's, what bitch has she got with me? And she's like, well, her feelings got really hurt when you blocked her. The beautiful thing about is she's rapid psycho bipolar. Remember how I got? Okay, well, she does that constantly, and there's nothing to stop it. It's not...
How do you know she's not back on the boat under a different name?
I'm sure she is. It's not like I could do to stop that. And I don't care. Here's the thing. I didn't break any laws.
It doesn't sound like you did.
It doesn't make me a particularly good person, but I didn't.
It's not ethical, no.
But I didn't break any laws.
And you didn't break any laws with...
No, even less so. The only thing that makes me sketchy about is that it came from another country, and I don't know how exactly that works. There's not really a paper trail because she sent gold coins.
I was going to say, how could you even prove you got them?
She sent $3,000 on the wire once, and that was just me being a douche. Believe it or not, I was in a casino, and I had just lost a ton of money, and I was walking out of the casino, and she happened to phone me, and I'm just not a good person. But I was in a casino. How long ago was that? I mean, I moved.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know what your plan is, but I don't think it's going to work. I mean, she is attached to you. You know, her whole, I'm worried that now that you're engaged, I'm not going to be in your 5, and am I texting you too much? I can wait till you get home to text you. Like, she doesn't look like she's going anywhere. She's pulling harder. She's clinging more. I'm sure you see that. She really has a problem with us being together, though. I'm glad that I listened to whatever I feel like.
Another Christian. So did anyone say to Reese, look, this dude is a total con man. Don't go near him. Don't touch him with a barge pole. Did that happen? I presume it did.
Like, was my answer from God, because I feel like.
And the God con. Do you really think they're both Christian?
That's all I wanted from you. I just wanted you to be honest with me, and I appreciate your honesty. I know you're mad at me, but that's what I wanted from you.
And now you know.
I do, and I appreciate you telling me.
Same scumbag I've always been.
I don't know who you were in the past.
You're looking at worked off 2 fucking women for a grand total of about $50,000 or $60,000.
So they're going to come kill me.
I am Mrs. J. Please like, share, and you know what to do. Subscribe.